Greetings, beloved, and welcome back to another episode of the Crocheting in Agreement podcast. I crochet mostly prayer blankets for the ill, and I stand in agreement for their complete healing through Jesus Christ. This channel is by Him, for Him, and because of Him. I hope you enjoy. Hello again. My name is Melissa, and I am coming to you from the northern Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. Today is Monday, August 27th, 2018, Buddy's first birthday. And this is episode number 9. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat as Melissa73, but it's spelled M-L-I-S-A-73. And I want to give a big thank you to all of my subscribers. I've seen a lot of new ones coming in, both from the crafty community and from the online church. Welcome each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, now that all the formalities are out of the way, let's get into the fun part. Well, it's all fun, right? Yes. Okay, so, well, school is back in session. I'll get to that shortly, but I'm kind of glad and not glad. I'm sure any of you parents out there or grandparents or anybody that ever has kids knows exactly what I'm talking about. You hate to see them leave, but you love the break as well. But I want to do things a little different this broadcast. A lot of people do their finished objects first, and I usually do my finished objects first as well. But I have found it's probably easier to do acquisitions first. I'll show you why here shortly. Of course, this is only episode number 9, so I am kind of learning a little bit more as I go along. I've found both in life and on this channel I often ramble, and I'm going to try to avoid doing that. I am also going to try to squeeze in as much information in as little time as possible, because sometimes it's just easier to watch a 20-30 minute video than it is an hour. That's just my opinion. I don't mind. I love watching the hour-long videos because I can just work on a project while I'm watching them. But, you know, for my own preference, I kind of like to keep it as short as possible, but without missing anything and without going down too many rabbit trails, which I'm also bad about. Working on. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into my acquisitions, the things that I have gotten since my last video. I've already shown you my clover hook. I've shown you my bobbins, and at the time I was waiting for a book. I don't know if any of you have this, but it is a very, very good book. I love this. Ordered it from Amazon. It is the Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Susan Hazel. There are 200 stitches in here. Sorry about the glare, but I am really enjoying it. Some of the stitches I didn't know what the names were, so this is helping out a lot. It actually does list the names. I know that Krista of the Secret Yarnery had gotten a 500 stitch book, and they were all numbered, which is still great. I mean, it's anytime you can learn a new stitch is wonderful. But I like how these are named. You know, they actually have the names on them. And then a lot of these stitches too will, within a stitch, it'll give you a new, teach you a new stitch. Like an open fan, for example, it would teach you how to do a fan. A picot ridge will teach you how to do a front raised double crochet, for example. So yes, I'm really enjoying this. I haven't looked all the way through it, I have tried a few stitches, and I would recommend this book, Crochet Stitch Dictionary. 200 Essential Stitches with Step-by-Step Photos by Sarah Hazel. Okay. And this is an acquisition that I have had for almost 2 weeks now, and I have not touched it. It's a yarn acquisition, so I'm proud of myself for this. Okay. Generally, the Lord works in mysterious ways. Seriously. If you don't already know this, trust me. Generally, this yarn sells for $14.99. Even after the sale, when they had almost sold out everything, it was selling for $7.50. But at the beginning of the sale, I got in at the beginning before they had sold out everything, and I got these for $4.50. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know exactly what I'm talking about. So, but this is the Bernat Handicrafter Cotton in 12-ounce variegated skeins. I got 8 of these. Each one of these skeins was $4.50. $4.50 for 12 ounces of cotton yarn. And for my church community, those that don't know, generally, and I wasn't planning on sharing this, but generally something like this from Walmart is $1.50, and this is 3 ounces. This is a different brand, Peaches and Cream, but it's pretty much the same quality, same feel and everything, but 3 ounces for $1.50 or 12 ounces for $4.50. Now let me show you the colorways I got. This one, yeah, I should have these memorized as much as I've been looking at them. Coral Sea. Maybe I should grab my glasses, which I'm not prepared for. Also, learning from back videos, I have turned off the air conditioner and I have turned off all the fans, so you can hear the birds nice and loudly, and hopefully there's no random things flying around me. I did see one earlier, but, and I apologize, I have no idea. It's not bugs, it's just like, I have birds, as you can hear, and they preen themselves a lot and little feathers go flying. Plus I have a cat that's shedding, and who knows. Yeah, this is Coral Seas. I loved this color so much that I got 2 of them. Side by side twins. Yes. 2 Coral Seas. I got Beach Ball Blue. I got Chocolate Ombre. That side, that's probably, yeah. These have been sitting out, so I mean they weren't in my tubs. They can go to their homes after this video, except for one, because I will be making something with this finally. Thinking about making a towel set, like a hot pad and an oven mitt and dish towel, dish rag, maybe 2 dish towels. I mean, it's like 12 ounces. Lavender ice, pretty pastels. This one is Moon Dance. And the reason I almost said Moon Dancer, as a child, I was a big My Little Pony fan. And anybody that grew up in the 80s that had My Little Pony would know that Moon Dancer and Twilight were like best friends. This is actually the colors of Twilight, but her best friend was Moon Dancer. So for some reason I remember this one because this was her colors. Purple and, well, actually teal, but that's pretty dark close. It's pretty close. So yeah, I just seen something go flying by me. It's like I have the kitchen fan I could turn off, but that's way over there. It shouldn't be affecting me. Alrighty, sorry about that. I'm rambling. There goes those rabbit trails, rabbit holes. Fruit punch. That looks yummy. And one more is Emerald Energy. They came in a bag, so they're just a little bit kind of boogered up. But that's okay. They will still do what they need to do. And that is all for my acquisitions. So now I'm going to move on to finished objects, which, okay, I have a question for all of my fellow YouTubers out there. Have you ever put off doing a video because you didn't have enough finished objects to show? I was supposed to have done this video last week. Well, okay, well, I wanted to finish the graph can, which I did. Good news and bad news. Good news is it's done. The bad news is, it's not really bad news, it's great news, but it's already been sent to the school. It went with my daughter to school today, and they will start raffling it off and hopefully raise lots of money for the band. But had I finished more, I would have done this video probably Tuesday. I didn't finish the graph can until Friday. But so I could have actually done it Saturday, but I didn't. I don't know why. I think I just wanted to get more done. Just it's always like, no, I gotta do a little bit more, then I can do a video. No, wait a minute, a little bit more and do a video. No, wait a minute, let me finish something and then do a video. If we wait for a finished object, sometimes it might never happen. So just, even if you have to do another video a couple of days later, go ahead and do it. I'm learning. Episode number 9. I'm getting there. I'm learning. But like I said, I did finally finish the Bulldog graph can. I will insert, like I said, I don't have it with me, but I have tons of pictures. So I'm going to insert them right now. Alrighty, and in addition to the graph can, which is a big deal, let me tell you some details about that first. The graph can, before I washed it, I didn't bother blocking it because usually blankets, you know, you don't really, unless they're granny square, most of the time, Tunisian maybe, but most of the time you don't really have to block them. Just wash them and they'll take their shape. It started off being 46 inches wide by 66 inches long. And after I washed it, it reached 6 feet long. Very happy. 72 inches long. The width stayed the same. So I was very happy of that. Got lots of great pictures. Very proud of it. I think they're going to like it. I think it's going to do well. I'll probably in the future show pictures and or video of the games that they take these blankets to the football games. That we've already had one away game. We won. And then our first home game is this Friday. So I mean they will raffle off some tickets at school, but they usually take them to the games and just, you know, go around and see who wants to buy a raffle ticket. So I'll probably end up taking picture or video or both of them carrying the blanket around. Always do anyways, and I'll share it with you guys. Okay, I have two more finished objects. I'm going to show the bigger one first. Last video, I think I shared this with you guys. I was making this seat cushion for the outdoor patio furniture we got. It's already been used, so I had to go out and bring it in. But it's just a standard, well, it's actually 16 inches by like probably 15 inches. I kind of cut down the padding a little bit, but it fits perfectly. It feels great to sit on. And now I have to make 3 more. I will be making the rest of them though in double crochet. I'll show you that next on the next one I'm working on. These are all single crochet. I wanted it. This is actually my husband's. He uses the outside furniture more than anyone else. So I figured give him a good sturdy one. And a little tiny, just a little something I wanted to use my new clover hook with. And I made this tiny little facial scrubby for my daughter. And put the little handle on the back. So, but this is using the double daisy that Krista at the Secret Yarnery used for a blanket, a granny square blanket she made. And I will put that link down below. This makes a very good exfoliant. She likes it. But yes, it's been used. So yeah, I'm gonna make her a couple more, because the cotton that I got, generally I don't use donation yarn for myself, but it was a very small amount of cotton yarn, and there's not really a whole lot. I mean, you can't make a blanket out of a small amount of cotton, and if you can avoid it, it's best not to mix fibers. So, you know, I've bought so much yarn to use for the prayer blankets, I figured just a little bit of cotton to use for myself will be fine. I mean, it's not that much, like I said. In fact, I have it all in this, except for this one right here is mine, but it's all in this bag. I mean, that's all it is. It's not much. Okay, so that does it for my finished objects. I'm moving on now to my works in progress, my whips, WIP. What have I done the most progress on? Probably, wow, it's hard to decide. Yeah, probably my scrap can. As you know, I have, let me get the right side. Okay. I have 2 scrap blankets I'm working on. I haven't done a whole lot of work on I haven't done any work actually. Correction. I just haven't done any work since my last yarn haul video. I have done some work on it since my last episode video, episode 8. But, I didn't bring it over, so I mean, I'll show it next time. Hopefully I'll be done. Hopefully my next video I will show you a completed blanket. But, ever since I got the stitch book, I have been using it for this one, my scrap can. My last video, I was about halfway through this pattern here that I made up, and since then I have used my stitch book. And I mean, here's the width of it. I'll give you an idea. But this teal green right here is using even berry. There's even berry and there's uneven berry stitch. But this green right here is the even. Is it actually even? Even berry stitch. Now this looked a whole lot different when I first, like the first row I did of it, like it's one of those stitches where you work it, there's a front and there's a back. There's a right side and a wrong side. Let me show you the back side of it. As you can see, that's just flat. There's no bumps or nothing. But that side, that's where the berries are. So this is one of those stitches where you do it one direction making the berries, and then you do it the opposite direction, just a single crochet. And I'm going to show you a picture. Wait a minute, did I take a picture of that one? No, I'm sorry, I recant that. I did not take a picture of that one, but I wished I would have, because it leaves like a little scalloped edging if you don't do the single crochet back on it. So it would actually make a very good edging pattern. Okay, so that's the even berry. The next one is just from the donation. I'm pretty sure this is Red Heart Unforgettable. I don't really care much for that yarn, but it did wonderfully. Just with the standard double crochet, I used up the whole, all that was left of it. Okay, the next one is the one I did save a picture of. And this, the purple, is done in the granule stitch. That just consists of a picot, I forget the actual name. I'll put it on the screen, but it's picot stitches, and then work back in with a single stitch, a single stitch. And right now, that you can't really see the full effect of it, but this is going to be a starburst stitch. It's made with fans, and like the next row, I will be working another fan, like in, this is for an example, I'll be working another fan like into this one. So it'll end up looking like a circle. Each of these half fans, or each of these fans will end up looking like a whole entire circle. It's really pretty. But yes, I've made some progress on that. I am up to about 52 inches. I got about another 6 more to go, and then that will be done. I can do the edging. I'm just going to do the edges of that one. So I'm just about done with that one. And in fact, the other one, I'm just about done. I have more. It's closer to 5 feet on that one than I am on this one. Because I ended up using, and I haven't even mentioned this yet, but I ended up using what was left from the virus shawl from my last video. If you'll remember, I had a little center that I had pulled out, that I had to pull out to get to the next color. And then I still had the outside, some of the outside left. Since that's DK yarn, I put that into my DK stash down blanket. And a couple others. There's at least one others I added to it too. I mean, I'm making progress on that. Yeah, it's starting to get hot in here now. Got the air conditioner off and all the fans are off. It's supposed to be another heat wave this week, and then 90s all week. We had 80s last week, or half of last week, and it actually got down into the lower 50s a couple of nights, 2 nights last week. So we had a little tiny taste of fall, but summer's back. It's back. Yeah, don't get our hopes up yet. I'm going to show you another. I showed you this bag of cotton, but in this bag, and this is just totally random. I wasn't even planning on sharing this until last minute. But I am working on trying to learn knitting. I was telling a new friend recently, hi Tyler, about how I am an absolutely terrible knitter. Very early, knitting pearls about all I can do. I mean, I can do long tail cast on and another kind of cast on. I can't remember the name of it. But this is my... I actually lost this. I was looking for this the other day, and I'm looking through all my project bags. I'm like, where is that knit? Where is that, you know? I want to just make a little, just a dish rag or something. In fact, I was at the county fair and seen several dish rags, knitted dish rags. I mean, they were pretty good size. They're about like that. They could have been wash rags, but they were very nice. But I just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, I wasn't even really planning on showing that one, but yeah. That was for you, Tyler. Okay. This is my next seat cushion. This is my therapeutic crochet. It's mindless, it's comfortable, it's comforting. So yeah, working on number 2. Like I said, I'm just going to do double crochet for the other 3 because it seemed like it took forever to make that one, which I don't think I went down a rabbit trail with that other one. The seat cushion is like 16 by 15, so basically I just made a rectangle, you know, like 32 inches long. Actually, no, it was more than that because of the seams. 36 inches long or so by like 31, 32 inches wide. Fold it in half around the cushion. Just slip stitched all the way around. Yeah, nothing special. But there's the second one. And this was another one I had debated on showing, but I have been working on this. It did not go into hibernation, like I said last episode. Only reason I'm showing it is because I have been working on it, but I have no idea where I was last time I showed this virus shawl. It's not very big. It's still growing. And I'm getting there, but I'm still, uh-oh, there it goes. Sorry, blooper. I'm still working on the Malabrigo Arroyo colorway Anniversario. But yeah, I love this yarn. I'm gonna bring it up again. I'm gonna mention it again here shortly. But yeah, that is not in hibernation, nor is, and I have to reach, I only have so much room, even though I have a huge table. But this did not go into hibernation either, because I did get in touch with the one who had requested it. But let me show you how much more I have. Okay, this is working on the width. This is how much of the decrease I have. In case you didn't know, this is corner to corner. But seriously, it's just like not that many more blocks to go. I mean, I would say about 80% done, maybe 85. Yeah, like I said in a previous video, this will be 6 feet long by 4 feet wide. It is made for a friend in the chat. He had requested it along with the virus shawl for his mother. And he also wants a cap, which won't take long. Okay, what is next? Okay, well, that is all of my works in progress. Make sure, because one time I said that and I was like, no, wait a minute. Okay, now I have ordered, I don't remember how many ounces it was. I have ordered, to over, like, around 300 yards of some Malabrigo, and I can't remember the, I can't remember the base or even the colorway now that I think about it. But I have ordered some 51% silk, 49% merino wool, I believe. Okay, let me back up just a hair. A couple years ago, I tried to make my daughter some fingerless gloves out of some Red Heart Unforgettable, and this is probably the thing that turned me against Unforgettable. I mean, no offense to anyone out there. I know so many people love this yarn, and it is very soft, but there are some things you just can't make with it, especially if you need to frog it. And I'm afraid I'm either going to be stuck with finishing these gloves or throwing it away, because I've tried frogging it and it just tingles up on itself. So then we had picked up this. I think I may have even talked about it. Moody Mosaic. Just some yarn that my daughter had picked up at Hobby Lobby. I finished the graph can and then I started trying to make the gloves. I'm going to put a link. It is, I'm going to put the I don't remember the name of the person that made it right now. I'm very sorry. But these gloves are a lacy glove. They're, you know, longer. They're about up to here. They're not just wrist. They're lacy. They're actually, the pattern suggests you use a fingering weight yarn. Red Heart, and this one is not fingering weight. So I mean, I just used the appropriate hook. And actually the Red Heart Unforgettable, you know, what I did do was, you know, it was a good size. It was nice and thick and warm and everything. It was just very difficult. It's so fuzzy. It was hard for me to really work with. But I'm doing the rabbit holes again. Basically, I decided, hey, let's just order some nice yarn that you like, that I like, that I know I can make these with. So we went online. Excuse me, I haven't had breakfast yet. We went online and bought some Malabrigo, like I had showed on the screen. We went and bought this, and that is on its way in. Can't wait to get that. And also, I have ordered, so that is on the agenda. That's coming up. And I've also ordered some, I think it was B, C, D, E, and F of the Crochet, Susan Bates aluminum, I think it is, steel. It's some of the smaller lace type hooks. I really want to try to do some socks. I have sock yarn, and my knitting, I mean, I would prefer to knit socks, but if I have to settle for crocheting them, I will do that as well. I would like to be able to make socks that can be worn with shoes. Crocheting is so much thicker than knitting. That's why I want to knit it, but that's on the way. Also ordered another, my favorite size hook is an H or an I, either one. I ordered me another H Susan Bates hook with the comfort grip, so that's on the way. Another future project that is coming up is I have gotten a request to make a blanket. Well, I mean, normally they would go through the church to get it, but I'm willing to, I'm willing to send it to her myself. And in fact, I will be going to see my pastor in September in Pennsylvania, and I plan on having it finished by then so I can just take it with me. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll be taking the blanket with me to Pennsylvania to have them anoint and pray over it there, and then I can just send it on out to her. Other than there's going to be another blanket, that's the only thing. The Lord hasn't led me yet to what color, what pattern, what size. That's pretty much, I just know that it's in the works. It might end up being another monogamous project like my graph can was. That's why I got that done and not a whole lot of anything else. I knew I had to have that graph can done by this Friday, and I finished it a week early, so I was very proud of that. Let's see, what else do I need to say? Okay, yes, alright, so I was talking about, I had went to the fair and seen some knitted dish rags. I actually got some video footage from the fair. I want to share with you guys a little bit of life stuff that's been going on since my last episode 8, which has been like 3 weeks almost. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been that long. I like to try to do an actual episode video at least every 2 weeks. You know, sometimes you can't, but I would like to be able to do that. Okay, so I have a little bit of footage doing some school shoes shopping, a little bit of, I think I got some traveling, I got the fair, I got I got a little bit actually of the football team practicing while I'm waiting outside for band camp to be over with. Band camp is gone now and regular school is in. Already. It seems like just yesterday they got out for the summer. But that's all of the yarny stuff I have to share this episode. If you want to stick around, watch some videos from just daily whatevers, feel free to do so. If not, I will see you on the next episode. you so very much for sticking around for the whole episode. I pray that God blesses each and every one of you, and I thank you for stopping by. Goodbye.